everyone, and welcome to today's edition of WorldView, reporting on important news events from around the world. My name is Eitan.
And my name's Aditi. Our first story is from Russia, the current unit of study in world history. American families have adopted more than 60,000 children from Russia in the past few years. In 2012, the United States and Russia made an agreement about adoptions, and it stated that if either country wanted to stop adoptions, it would have to wait 12 months. So the law passed recently in Russia Parliament banning the adoption of children by Americans cannot be put into effect until 2014. The new ban on adoptions got negative reactions from the U.S. and from many Russian citizens. Many orphans expressed strong disapproval, especially those who were so close to being adopted.
Thousands of Russians gathered in Moscow last week to protest the decision by President Putin and the Russian parliament to stop Russian adoptions to the United States. Many blame the government for sacrificing Russian children because of a political disagreement with the U.S. Under communism, such protests were never allowed. With the fall of communism, and as many Russians have joined the new middle class, however, such protests have become more commonplace.
Last Wednesday, Islamist rebel forces began to fight government forces in southern Mali, the former French colony in Africa. After having taken over northern Mali last spring, the rebels took over the central city of Kuna last Thursday. The UN Security Council has voted to delay sending international troops, but the military aid has now come from France. It appeared that the Islamist rebels were gaining ground so quickly that they might soon take control of the entire country.
The deadly conflict between rebel forces and the forces of President Assad in Syria continues. It is now in its third year. The United Nations has classified the conflict as a civil war. The United States has called for Assad to step down. Even Russia, which once supported Assad, has dropped support for the president.
For hundreds of years, Russia remained isolated from the West. That was especially true during the communist era. Russian lawmakers are now wanting to control foreign influences in the country. They want laws like full ban on foreign adoptions, not allowing Russians to study out of the country, and having movie theaters show more Russian-made movies. This is all caused by the growing sense of nationalism and patriotism in Russia. Many members of the growing middle class, however, have expressed dissatisfaction with the movement.
The country of Iran in the Middle East continues to build up its nuclear program. This is being done even as the United States and other countries have boycotted trade and financial relations with the Islamist country. Recently, Spanish officials stopped a truck in Spain. It contained fittings made of nickel and chromium alloy, which are commonly used in nuclear plants.
On Sunday, a roadside bomb in Pakistan killed about 14 Pakistani soldiers and wounded about 25. The reports of the bombing came from a senior military official and a local tribesman. The bomb was thought to have been set off by a remote control. It also destroyed a military convoy headed to a different direction, and no group claimed responsibility, but most people placed the blame on the Taliban.
Many European countries have faced major financial problems in recent years. Greece has been especially hard hit. The suffering economy in Greece has pushed thousands to illegally cut trees for fuel. The burning of trees for heat and cooking has become so widespread that Greece is now suffering from severe air pollution. Smog has become more than 2 times the acceptable air pollution standards.
The South American country of Venezuela is one of the world's major exporters of oil. It had to completely skip the official inauguration that was to start Hugo Chávez's 4th term. He is currently receiving further treatment for cancer in Cuba and has been given unlimited medical leave by Parliament. Chávez's vice president will now become the temporary president. Chávez has ruled Venezuela for 40 years with an iron hand, but he is deeply revered by the country's citizens.
Back to air pollution. China has become one of the most heavily industrialized countries in the world. Because many of the factories use outdated equipment and burn coal, air pollution is a year-round problem. In Beijing, recently the air quality station atop the American embassy measured a shocking 775 on a scale that normally reads 0 to 500. For comparison, New York City's air quality reading was merely a 16 on Saturday. This is a major problem for the Chinese since they are facing a multitude of health problems. Lucy has our school service news.
There are lots of great service opportunities coming up, so get ready. Sign up for special time with special children outside the 9th grade lounge to play with the kids at the Exceptional Children's Center from 3:30 to 5 next Friday. Also, the 8th and 9th grade lock-in is tonight, so if you've signed up, make sure you have a jacket or blanket to donate. The Summit Enrichment Center variety show will be held on March 13th. Tryouts will be on January 23rd. Here's your chance to share your talents for a worthy cause. Jonathan has our sports news.
Last Saturday, the girls' gymnastics team traveled to the Foothills Frostbite Invitational. They scored second place in Level 3 and third place in Level 4. On Tuesday, both junior varsity boys basketball and junior varsity girls basketball lost to St. Leo's Catholic School. The boys lost a close game of 54 to 57, and the girls lost 12 to 42. Also on Tuesday, varsity boys basketball lost to High Point Christian Academy 43 to 54, and the varsity girls basketball won with their game 39 to 26. Great job to all the sports teams. Don't forget to come to the games. Marie has our weekend weather.
Hello everyone! This rainy week has finally come to an end because today you can expect it to be sunny. Although I hear snow is in the air. The high will be 48 and the low will be 30. Tomorrow it will warm up to be 56 degrees with a low of 35. Sunday will also be sunny with a high of 53 and a low of a very chilly 24 degrees. There will be similar weather in Wynot, North Carolina. Wynot will have a high on Saturday of 57 degrees and a low of 32. On Sunday in Wynot, the high will be 54 and the low will be 21. Throughout the weekend in Wynot, it will be sunny.
That's it this week. We hope you have a fun and safe weekend.
Goodbye, everyone, and thanks to this week's crew.